season wants to end today. It'll be Darmstadt and St. Pauli. They'll be going back to the Bundesliga, but of course Werder Bremen and Schalke will have to play the waiting game. We'll take a look at it, all of it, next. Video today. We'll cover match number 27. That's right, over in the Zweite Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe to keep you banger today. All things Bundesliga, Zwei related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski, that's right, of course. It's so tight at the top of the table. Like I said last time around, very, very close. Of course, we still don't know who's going to go up automatically, who will have to set, of course, for the relegation promotion playoff. We'll take a look at all of it. A big shout out to my VIPs. They're the Patreons, guys, of course. But anyway, let's jump in the deep end and have a little look at how we all got on last round. Of course, the state of flux over in the Zweite Bundesliga. So here are those results. Hamburger SV, of course, picked their game was postponed. They'll have to do that another day. Meanwhile, Karlsruher SC picked up a draw against the Jahn Regensburg. Of course, point for them in the bag as they sit 10th at the table. Darmstadt and Sandhausen also a draw. A lot of draws knocking around this weekend over in the Bundesliga 2. Heidenheim against Werder Bremen. It was a 2-1 win for Heidenheim. Big win for them, moving up the table a little bit, up to 6 right now. Werder Bremen down to 3rd after, of course, leading past couple of weeks. Paderborn also picked up a draw against Fortuna Düsseldorf. Hannover and Neusiedl did lose to Nürnberg. Big win for them as well. They're up to 4th in the table, within touching distance of top spot as well. We'll win for them next week. And, of course, everything else going their way. They could be top bins as well. Dynamo Dresden, of course, drew with St. Pauli. Of course, not great for them. Hansa Rostock with a 3-2 win. Back-to-back goal-scoring affairs for them. They're up to 12th in the table now. And, of course, wrapping it up there, Schalke with a big win. 3-0. They're up to 5th in the table, of course, within touching distance again. 4 points separate 1st from 5th. That's how tight it is. And, of course, a couple of teams may have games in hand to close in on it. Let's take a look at, of course, how the table looks. There it is. Darmstadt 48 points, St. Pauli 48. Of course, if it was to end today, you've got 3 guys on 48 points. Goal difference separating the two sides, but Darmstadt, St. Pauli will go through. Ingolstadt, Erzgebirge Aue going down. It looks like pretty much dead rubber down there. They do have a game in hand though, but Dynamo Dresden, of course, in the relegation playoff, of course, they could get themselves sucked back into the Dritte Bundesliga if things don't go their way as well. So there is a bit of a cut-off, I'd say. Hamburger SV in that mix for promotion. Of course, Paderborn probably just outside for the time being. Down the foot. Anyone here between here and here, so like 11th and 16th could also technically get relegated to the 3rd tier of German football. Let's take a look at, of course, the leaderboard for the Prediction League. Here we go. Take about Deep on the Great, picking up 5 bins there. Well done to you, sir. Frosty's also in there in 2nd spot, so well done to all of those guys for doing very, very well as well. Of course, Jimmy Watt in there, Shepherd as well, JSP City great, and Carmuck in as well with 4 points out of a possible 9. So well done to you. But what's that done to the overall table? Well, this is the mini leaderboard. Of course, it is the second half of the season here, but winning the second half of the season is Deep at the Great. 38 points on the board, with Shepherd sitting in 2nd spot, with James PCFC are great in 3rd in the table. Of course, we're bringing bang up to date with the master leaderboard. The next time we come back around, of course, because this weekend is the last game before the international break, so the next time we come back around will be the build-up for the first games in April. So, yeah, it's, of course, wrapping up abruptly, and, of course, I'm looking forward to a bit of a break myself. But anyway, of course, this is the link. Get involved, free to enter. Bundesliga 2, and hopefully I'll see you. Alright then, folks, these are the next games, kicking on forward to the next round of matches, so let's jump in the deep end, of course, jump in with the first one, which will be Düsseldorf up against Hamburger SV. That's right, coming at you on Saturday, March the 19th. Now, these two sides, of course, played each other 10 times since 1995. 1 win for Düsseldorf, 5 for Hamburg, and 4 draws, of course. Düsseldorf, though, just 1 win, 1 defeat in the past 6 games, 67% form against the Hamburg side, of course. Just 1 win and 4 for them, 58% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around, though, in Düsseldorf, it was a 0-0 draw. That's back in January 2021. The reverse fixture, though, back in October this season was a 1-1 draw. Last time Düsseldorf picked up the win was a 2-0 win way back in, of course, November 2012. That was, of course, in the Bundesliga, and it was over in Düsseldorf. Coming at you, though, the host coming to us on the back of a draw against Paderborn. Nürnberg, though, did beat Hamburg last time round. Of course, looking forward to this game as well. Looking at the odds, 9-5 is your host, 5-2 is draw, 30-10 is your away win. That's Hamburg on this one. Going to go with a 1-0 win for the host here. Of course, that will be a massive win for Düsseldorf as they try to save their season. Kicking off forward, though, Erzgebirge Aue, kicking it all off against Karlsruher, coming at you on Freitag. The 18. March. Played each other 25 times since 2003. 11 wins for Erzgebirge Aue, 6 wins for Karlsruher, and 8 draws, of course. Erzgebirge Aue, though, back-to-back games without a loss. 25% form for them right now. Coming at you, though, Karlsruher without a win in 4. 50% form for them. 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 of the last 6. Last time around, though, against Erzgebirge Aue in Erzgebirge Aue was back in December 2020. It was a 4-1 win for Erzgebirge Aue. That was back in, of course, last season. Of course, the reverse fixture this campaign back in October was a 2-1 win for the hosts, or the reverse fixture was Karlsruhe, indeed. So the away side hasn't won this game since Karlsruhe beat Erzgebirge Aue back in 2011. Wow, it was a 2-0 win back in the day. So that was, of course, when the last time the away side won. Coming at you, though, Erzgebirge Aue picking up a win over Jahn Regensburg. Karlsruhe picking up a draw against also Jahn Regensburg last time around. So, of course, with the postponement for the last game for Erzgebirge Aue, they'll be looking forward to get back to winning ways. Kicking off on Friday, 70-10 is your host, 23-10 is your, 29-20 is your away win. Going back to the away side here, 1-0 win for Karlsruhe to take it to the house. Kicking on forward it'll be Werder Bremen taking on Darmstadt, a bit of a top of the table crunch clash, you would imagine. Played each other 6 times in 2015. 1 win for Bremen, 2 win for Darmstadt, and 3 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat of the past 6 games for Werder Bremen, 75% form up against the Darmstadt side. Also 1 defeat past 6, 58% form for them at the moment. Drawing 3 though at the last 6 for them. Not great, grand, but unbeaten still in the last 5. Last time around though, over in Bremen, it was a 1-1 draw. It was a friendly, so it doesn't really count, of course. But last time they played in competitive action was a 2-0 win for Bremen back in the Bundesliga back in March 2017. The reverse fixture in Darmstadt was back in October this season, 3-0 win it was for Darmstadt. The away side hasn't won this game in the last 6 games, both home and away, or competitive action, of course, whether in Darmstadt or whether in Bremen, should I say. Bremen, though, coming to this on the back of a 2-1 loss against Heidenheim. Darmstadt with a 1-1 draw against Sandhausen. The odds right here right now, Werder Bremen are your favourites, 11-10 for the victory, 25 is your draw, 23-10 is your away win. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Werder Bremen on this one. Kicking off forward is St. Pauli, of course, still in the mix. So the dreams are still on for them to make to the Bundesliga. Play each other up against Heidenheim. Play each other 15 times, 2014, 6 for St. Pauli, 7 for Heidenheim, and 2 draws. Just 1 defeat in the past 4 for St. Pauli, 58% form. Meanwhile, just 1 win and 5 though for Heidenheim right now, 50% form for them. Heading into this one, 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. Coming at you though, last time around in St. Pauli was a 4-2 win for St. Pauli. That's back in September 2020. The reverse fixture though, in Heidenheim was of course back in October. This season was a 4-2 win for St. Pauli. St. Pauli pick up a draw against Dresden last time around. Heidenheim pick up a 2-1 win over Bremen last time around. The odds right here right now, 5-6-5 on is your host, 5-2 is draw, 3-1 is your long shots. That's Heidenheim. I'm going to go with the 1-0 win for St. Pauli on this one to take it to the house. Kicking on forward as a Jahn Regensburg up against Paderborn. That's right, coming at you this coming 20th of March. That'll be a Sunday. Played 11 times in 2008. 4 wins in Regensburg, 5 wins in Paderborn, and 2 draws, of course. Regensburg, though, without a win in the last 8 games, good discretion me. Meanwhile, Paderborn just 1 win in the past 6 for them, 50% form. However, also 1 defeat in the past 6 as well, 50% form as well. Coming at you though, last time around over in Regensburg, it was a 1-1 draw. That was, it was a 1-0 win back in February 2021. The reverse fixture was a 1-1 draw back in Paderborn back in October. Regensburg picking up a draw against Karlsruhe last time around. Also, Paderborn picking up a draw as well. Both of them 1-1 last time around. The odds right here right now, 70-10 is your host, 23-20 is your draw, 29-20 is your Paderborn on this one. Going to back, of course, the draw here. Nil-nil in the end, and it'll be back-to-back draws for both of these two sides. Kicking off forward though, Schalke. They will lock it odds up against Hannover 96, of course. Wasn't too long ago. This was all Bundesliga affair. Played each other 37 times in 2002. 22 wins for Schalke, 9 for Hannover, and 6 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat in the past 4 games for Schalke, 58% form. Meanwhile, 3 defeats on the spin for Hamburger. Hannover 96, they of course looking pretty shitty at the moment. 42% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around over in Schalke, it was a 3-1 win for Schalke back in November 2018. It was in the Bundesliga. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture in Hannover was a 1-0 for Schalke. Hannover's last win was back in August 2017. It was in the Bundesliga. It was a 1-0 win for Hannover in Hannover. Schalke, though, picking up a 3-0 win over Ingolstadt. Of course, Hannover picking up a 3-0 loss against Nürnberg and conceded 3, 6, 10 goals in the last 3 games. Good discretion me. Meanwhile, coming at you, Schalke 11-8 for the victory. That's 11-8 on, 13-5 is your draw, and 50-4 is your away win. That's Hannover 96, 2-1 win for Schalke on this one to take it to the house. Kicking on forward then, we have Nürnberg. They're going to be locking horns up against Dynamo Dresden. Of course, this will be on Sunday as well. Played each other 13 times in 1992. 8 wins for Nürnberg, 1 win for Dresden, and 4 draws, of course. Nürnberg winning 4 on the spin right now. Hitting peak form at the right time. 67% form up against the Dresden side, of course. Haven't won in the last 9 games, of course. Lost 3, drawn 3. 25% form for them right now. Last time around, though, over in Nürnberg, it was a 2-win for Nürnberg. That's back in December 2019 in the Sweden Bundesliga. The reverse fixture over in Dresden, back in, of course, October this season, was a 1-win for Nürnberg as well. So Nürnberg have actually beaten Dresden the last 3 occasions and pick up 3 clean sheets on the spin. Nürnberg, though, coming to us on the back of three successive wins. In fact, they've won 4 games on the spin, just conceded 1 goal in the last 4 for them as well. Dresden, of course, pick up a draw against St. Pauli last time. The odds right here, right now, 20-17 on is your Nürnberg, 5-2 is draw, and 3-1 is your long shots. That's Dresden here. Going to go with the 1-0 for Nürnberg. They look the real deal at the moment. Kicking on forward into the final 2 now. It's Sandhausen up against Rostock, of course. Let's get into the deep end on this badger. Take place on Saturday, the March the 19th, of course. Played for the 4 times since 2010. 1 win apiece and 2 draws, of course. Sandhausen, though, unbeaten in the last 7 games, picking up 4 draws at the last 6, 67% form for them right now. Up against a Rostock side, back-to-back wins for them, 58% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around, though, in Sandhausen, it was a 0-0 draw. Scrap that. It was a 2-1 win for Rostock back in the 3rd division. Of course, that was back in November 2010. The reverse fixture in Rostock was a draw back in October 2021. Of course, Sandhausen with a draw last time around, 1-1 draws. Rostock have scored now 7 goals in the last 2 games combined, and they've conceded 5 goals as well, so pretty heavy, but of course back-to-back wins for them at the moment. Of course, last time around, what do we have on this then? What do we have on this? Sandhausen 17-10 with the victory, 29-20 is your Rostock, and 23-10 is your draw. Back the draw here, 1-1 in the end. Of course, another goal, another goal conceded as well for both sides, as of course, and it's just a point in the bag. Kicking off forward, it's the final one. It's Holstein Kiel locking horns up against Ingolstadt, coming at you on Sunday, March the 20th. Now these two sides have played each other 9 times, 2009, 1 win for Kiel, 3 for Ingolstadt, and 5 draws, of course. Kiel, though, losing 4 in the bounce, 33% form up against Ingolstadt, just 1 but 6 for them, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around, though, in Kiel, it was a 2-2 draw back in, of course, November 2018. The reverse fixture, though, in Ingolstadt was a 1-1 draw back in October. Kiel coming to this on the back of a 3-2 loss against Rostock, and again scored 5 goals, but conceded 7 over the course of the back-to-back games. Ingolstadt coming to this on the back of a 3-0 loss against Schalke, and it's been back-to-back games without a goal for them, conceding 6 goals without return. Look at the odds on this one then, shall we? Holstein Kiel coming at you. There's 5-4 on for the victory, 5-2 is your, and 60-5 is your away win. Of course, back to the hosts here, 2-0 for them. Get back to winning ways, and of course, keep the dream alive. That's, of course, my take on it. Guys, be sure to get your own take on it using the link right here. It's Cutty Force, Bundesliga 2, getting amongst it, get your name and lights, and hopefully we'll see you back after the international break, of course, when, of course, we get to the nitty-gritty stages of the season. But until then, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe. See you soon for the next one. Until then, boys, we're done right now.